Hi, do you have some type of knee pain that's bothering you and just won't go away whatever you try to do? Well, try some 12 Treasures Qigong with me. Hi, my name is Eileen Jong. I'm a licensed acupuncturist, herbalist, and medical Qigong teacher here in Silicon Valley. And I'd like you to try a little gentle Chinese Qigong health breathing movements to get the kinks out. So let's get started. Today, inhale, exhale first. Today is day 2 of our February 28-day 12 Treasures Qigong Challenge. And yesterday, we started seated in a chair doing self-padding. And today we're doing it all standing. The theme this month is self-care, self-love, since it's February and Valentine's is soon, as well as to have lots of chi and energy since the Lunar New Year is coming soon as well. So a little bit of self-care. And to get the chi moving, I like to start with the self-padding because it's easy and it gets all the meridians activated. Meridians are invisible lines along the length of the body. And we need to learn to relax, relax, relax. And relax from what? One of the first things, easiest things, is shifting weight to relax against force of gravity. Number 1. And shifting weight how? Shifting weight left and right, as well as up, yeah, and down. And as we shift weight from up, down, also from the back here to the front. So left and right, side to side, up and down, and front and back. So if you have the knee pain, okay, try to have the weight rather on the front, more toward the back heel. Okay, and that way, less aggravation for the knee pain. And by shifting weight, you're alternating the pressure from that affected side to the other side so that chi can flow. And relax around the waist. So yesterday we did the seated reversed rowboat, or my teacher would call this knee the do. And see, I'm not going my weight to the front of the knee, more toward the back and the heel. And so this reverse rowboat or knee the do, the emphasis here is pressing down with the base of the palm. Release, inhale, exhale. Inhale. And the key piece here is to try to let your weight sink down into the hip joint and allow for the elbow to completely extend, open. Yeah, and when it can no longer open, let yourself sink and sit into the hip joint so that as your hip shifts in height, it's allowing for the back to open up between L2, L4, and oftentimes something like knee pain. Yeah. Aggravated because there's an issue of tightness in the lobe. Everything's connected to the other. And as we move, typically movement up, you'd inhale. Movement down, you sink and sit, exhale. And again, inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Okay, so again, letting yourself, your whole body, your torso sink and sit after the elbow completely extends, opens, and allow the back to round. Let your weight sink into the hip joint. Completely open, can no longer open, let yourself sink and sit. And if there is the knee pain, don't dip too low. And in fact, have the weight a little bit more in the bigger hip joint so that there's less pressure on the knee. Good. Nice. And just simply breathe. 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 And breathe naturally. In through the nose and out also through the nose. When I'm teaching or demoing, I typically breathe in through my nose, and yes, I do exhale out through the mouth so that whoever's following can hear me and follow. Otherwise, there's no way you know, right? So if I'm doing it on my own, then I do it quietly and it's simply and demo teach, inhale. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold it down. Imagine another pair of hands behind you, pulling down at the same time, the same level. So the energy remains in the center of the body. Widen at the hip, sink down into lower, and then straighten the knees so the energy gets past knobby knees down to the feet and ground. Down imaginary roots to the earth's core. Gently inhale. Feel the chi come back up the legs to this area just below your belly button, the lower dantian, lower energy center. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, that was day 2, the 28th day February, 12TQG. Comment hashtag 12TQG. And I will see you all tomorrow. Please make sure you like, subscribe, save, and do all the things. I appreciate you all so much. Love to all the world. Thank you. Bye.